안세영 선수의 2024년은 누구보다 많은 일들이 일어났던 한 해입니다. 부상과 여러 가지 일로 어려움을 겪는 와중에도 파리올림픽 금메달을 따내며 여러 의미로 최고의 한 해를 보냈습니다. 최근 중국 마스터스에서 또 한 번 우승을 차지하면서 건재함을 확인시켜 주었는데요. 올 시즌을 완벽하게 마무리할 2024 BWF 월드투어 파이널을 앞두고 있습니다. 한 해 동안 활약한 상위 8명의 선수가 출전해 두 조로 나눠 조별 예선을 거친 후 조 1위 위가 준결승, 결승전에 토너먼트를 치러 진정한 왕중왕을 뽑는 대회죠. 최종 8명의 명단은 안세영 선수를 비롯해 중국의 왕지, 한유의 일본의 야마구치 아야 오리, 태국의 부산한 응밤룽판, 수판이락, 카테통 그리고 인도네시아의 그레고리아 마리스카 툰중입니다. 한 시즌을 마무리하는 중요한 대회이니만큼 안세영 선수도 월드투어 파이널을 올림픽처럼 준비하겠다고 밝힌 바 있습니다. 안세영 선수가 상대하게 될 선수들이 어떤 플레이를 하는지 미리 점검해보는 시간을 가지려고 하는데요. 먼저 태국의 수판이락 카테통입니다. 꾸준히 성장세를 보이며 국제대회 성과를 올리더니 어느새 세계 랭킹 10위를 차지하고 있는 선수인데요. 상대 전적은 4승 1패로 안세영 선수가 한 번 진 전적이 있는 선수죠. 지난해 구마모토 마스터스 8강전입니다. 아시안게임에서 금메달을 차지하고 부상으로 힘든 시기를 보내다 출전한 복귀전이었습니다. 카테통은 안세영 선수의 부상복귀전임을 알고 적극적인 공격으로 임했습니다. 과연 안세영 선수가 부상복귀전에서 어떤 경기를 펼쳤었는지 확인해 보겠습니다.
I mean, I just really hope that her knee is fine now and she's good to just, carry on with the rest of the season. When I first heard the news, I was concerned how serious it was going to be, just because you never really know. Brilliant shot. Being this tournament and going forward, some of the other tournaments later in the year. See China Masters next week and Tour Finals.
Yeah, it was really interesting, Chris. Yes,
Like that, she's got to have such a big focus on it. With the rehab, you've got to be so disciplined.
Yeah.
You can't miss anything because she cannot risk making it worse or the injury not improving.
with that context, if you're wondering when that was. Final, and then the Japan Open round of 16. Just tumbling on that court. Bad news for
she's a pretty complete player. Incredible pickup.
Oh wow! Great.
She hasn't had like a big win. She's playing it good.
Lost her last three.
Brilliant shot.
Chris, yesterday Wang Yachong dunked away earlier this morning.
Yeah, I think it's so far in this match anyway, it's a bit of a combination of the two, as in Ansi Young just slightly isn't quite reading what I even saw it in some of the other mixed doubles.
Singapore, service judge.
opportunity in the mix, as we said. For the tour finals.
Has a better run of. She's moving.
Three in a row for Anse Young. Well, there you go. Four missed the European leg and, as we said, the Career Masters.
Great shot.
Wonderful. She needed that.
For your mind and your body.
She's got 10 titles this year alone.
Just incredible. Just thankful that the injury wasn't, which is an incredible statistic. Because it is so hard to win week after
week out, right?
Just because it's so many matches, so much time on court.
Oh, how well was that? Just going back to pull out of too many tournaments this year.
No, not at all. I mean, she's young, so she does have that on her side, which I know sounds silly, but it does make a difference. That's a brilliant shot. Great place. It's finding the balance is one of the most complex things.
Right.
And possibly she didn't quite find that. Possibly just bad luck. But it's a combination of maybe the two that resulted in the injury. I'm just very, very thankful that she's back playing again. It's the thing when you've had as much success.
Now, as much as we've been
at a very high level.
Not too long ago. Just out.
Almost. She's not quite talked about as much as some of the others.
For large periods of that.
Earlier and earlier. Brilliant.
Oh.
Yeah. 1게임 초반 역시 몸이 늦게 풀리는 안세영 선수가 고전했습니다. 7대 11로 인터벌을 내주며 끌려가는 경기였습니다. 그러나 부상의 여파인가 싶은 순간 연속 4점을 뽑아내며 단숨에 동점을 만들었습니다. 경기는 팽팽한 접전이 이어졌지만 안세영 선수가 막판 저력을 과시하면서 21대 17로 승리했습니다.
To try and communicate with players in either your second language or their second language, just because things aren't quite as smooth or as easy to get the information across, which is the integral part. And if you've got the knowledge, it's difficult.
Lost in translation.
That's the thing, because when you're coaching behind the court, you get almost the blink of an eye to pass on the information clearly, precisely, and correctly. Brilliant for NCO. It's really amazing if someone can create that device where you can talk and it comes out in the correct language. Yeah. One of these things you said, theory.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like she's got all this, and if she just continues to get better and better, I mean,
scary, right?
It is. It is. And even there, and this is the thing, and then ends up winning the point from her. Look at this. I mean,
I'm curious because laymen like us, we would get so annoyed with shots that don't go our way.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that you have to look at. She's just
how good is that?
From the half point, from the break in the first to now. I mean, especially the second game, yeah. She's come out. She's in control. She's dictating. But this is the difficult thing now, because in real trouble, and she played an incredible shot. She's in trouble. She still lost the rally.
She still lost the rally, yeah.
And you start to question everything you're doing. Now you see more mistakes.
Was a snap, wasn't it?
But this is on fire.
You know, I don't know.
It can take, it's hard to say exactly what it can be, but anything can happen. I've even had a match where it felt a little bit like we were down and out. We were struggling with our performance, let's say in the final game, and someone in the crowd shouted something in a negative way towards me, but you know, it frustrated me that much. I felt
it spurred you.
Oh,
yeah,
and fired up, and my motivation, and it sounds ridiculous, but something very small can happen to have such a different outcome.
There's a moment to reset, but it might be too late by then.
Yeah, I mean, going in 11-2 down, and the big thing is you've got to try to instill belief in your player, and by that I mean, if the player starts to delay, because there's doubt in your mind. Doubt is the worst thing in badminton. As soon as you doubt anything, you're not going to move as freely, you're not going to cover the next shot. And the only thing I caught of the discussion was one by one, as in just take 1 point at a time. Yeah. Don't try and think the overall situation. Just keep a brilliant shot. And this is what I mean. She has
fine. Just each point at a time. Yeah.
This is the thing. The score, you can't change that. As in the score that it already is. You can only change what's about to happen. The future, and that's what you have to analyse and look to that. So in every rally, you have full focus during that rally only. Oh, there's a big gap there.
That was there lots of
mistake.
Seven-point margin at the moment.
Doesn't take a crazy risk, but it wins the point from it because the quality is so good. But she's on the back foot all the time. Whereas we saw in the beginning of the first game, she was reading everything Nancy Young was doing. Brilliant. Yeah.
Look at that recovery. All too easy.
Even that pickup.
It's going to go out.
It's the thing, even. Oh, she was on the floor.
Wow.
But this.
Whopping 14 match points here. An Se-young.
이 게임은 몸이 풀린 안세영 선수가 얼마나 무서운지를 보여주는 압도적인 경기를 펼쳤습니다. 이 게임 초반부터 8대 0으로 경기를 완전히 주도했습니다. 경기가 마무리될 때까지 상대에게 조금의 틈도 주지 않았고 그 결과 21대 9 큰 점수 차이로 승리했습니다. 언제 봐도 시원스러운 안세영 선수의 경기를 응원합니다.
영상을 끝까지 시청해주셔서 감사합니다. 구독과 좋아요는 영상 제작에 큰 힘이 됩니다.